Right, we're back, and we're doing the last couple cases. So we have the liar. This is a superhero-themed case. If you hear a baby in the background, that's just my baby. By day, you are a mild-mannered interrogator working for the state, but by night, you are the masked vigilante, Captain Empathy. With the uncanny ability to know exactly how anyone is feeling simply by looking into their eyes, you take on some of the more crazy cases the city has to offer. Your good cop, bad cop questions have been replaced with powerful superhero abilities. Use them. So, we know that a bomb has gone off at a train station. A suspicious man was found at the scene of the crime who calls himself the liar. He seems to be asking for you. A calling card was found. Liar, liar, pants on fire. This is definitely the only bomb. So we have our suspect, the liar. Someone with the uncanny ability to lie. You asked for me. I am not the liar. Pleased to make your acquaintance. You are not the liar. I am not. You see, I always tell the truth. It is illegal to lie to the police. Well, I haven't actually done anything wrong. If I'm wasting your time, you should let me go. Why did you ask for me? Well, there are definitely not 2 more bombers on the loose. They are definitely not about to blow unless you can get the codes. The codes? Ha ha ha! You see, I have done nothing wrong. In fact, I am helping you. I just think, wouldn't it be funny if there were 2 more bombers, and each of them knew the deactivation code to the other's bomb? Tell me where the bombs are. No, you're such a good interrogator. You've made me confess. One is definitely not at the DNN news station, and the other is definitely not at John Doe Stadium. An announcement on the news confirms the location of the next 2 bombs. The 2 new suspects have been added to this interrogation. Okay, so for this one, I'm going to go through a bit quicker. You can ask him all these questions, like the small talk as usual, but you don't actually need to. This one's just a bit of fun, really, a bit of a break from all the seriousness. So we're going to go right ahead, talk to Bruto. It is I, Captain Empathy. As you arrive, Bruto immediately charges at you. So we can tell him to stop, match his strength, or dodge out of the way. If we tell him to stop, he's probably not going to listen. If we try to match his strength, well, he's the strongest man in the world, so that's not going to work out. So our best bet is to dodge. Bah, slippery. And we're going to go straight to using the superhero powers that we think would be effective against the strongest man in the world. But, because I know what I'm doing, I'm just going to go straight to the one that raises his pressure. So that's Eyes of Judgment. You look down on me? You know what it's like to be beaten by your own father? And we'll appeal and say that guilt will eat away at you. I can't actually remember which is the correct answer. And we'll say, tell me the code. Never! You sense he is about to attack. So we can attack him, defend, or dodge out of the way. Remember, he's the strongest man alive. Best bet is to dodge out of the way. Ah, slippery! He roars with rage. He's attacking again. And we'll dodge again. Huh! You're not fighting back? Bruto winds up another attack, but this time you can sense that his killer instinct has faded. So we can either use this opportunity to run away, or stand still. We're going to stand still. Bruto throws a mighty punch, but it stops just an inch from your jaw. So do we hit him while he's stunned, or do we give him a hug? We're going to give him a hug. Give him a hug. Huh? Huh? Wah! I'm so sorry. I didn't want to be like him. Wah! It's alright. Now tell me the codes. Here you go. So now we have question added to Quizmaster. You may now deactivate his bomb. So we can leave. Jump on over to Quizmaster. Introduce ourselves. And we can straight away deactivate his bomb. Ha! You have deactivated my bomb, but I am the only one with the code for Bruto. So I'm just going to go ahead and punch him in the face. Wait, what? You can't! Use my pressure point kung fu. Hey, you can't do that! Judge him with my eyes. Pah! You could never understand me. And you know what? We're not going to, because we don't need to. You can. You can learn all about him. But I'm just going to say, tell me the code. Because I know all the answers to his quiz. So as long as you can answer these 3 questions. Someone is murdered. Who is the most likely culprit? Family. Correct! What is, statistically, the single most powerful variable when predicting a happy life? Genetics, economics, or supportive families? That'll be Supportive family again. Correct. Final question. How do you best attract a fly? Honey, water, or vinegar? That'll be honey. Correct. As an interrogator, you know this very well. Now tell me the codes. I'm starting to realize how stupid this whole thing is. I'll give you the code so you can deactivate Bruto's bomb. Okay, so now we can head on back to Bruto. Deactivate his bomb. You good person. I'll tell you truth about the liar. Now we can finish off the liar. So let's jump on in. Punch him in the face. Ah, punching, a great place to start. That way I feel everything that comes next. Pressure point him. Oh no, please, you're hurting me more than I've ever been hurt before. Judge him with our eyes. Oh, it's okay, but he's feeding. And he's just being a fussy baby. Do you really think you're better than me, interrogator? Let's do limit break, flashback no jutsu. So the ultimate power of an anime hero to activate a flashback. So let's flashback. You see a baby with two parents watching intently over it. Their eyes bright and wide. You see a little ginger child who wants to get dirty in the mud, but he is pulled away into a cold bath. Finally, you see the child is now a young man. He screams at his parents. They scream at him, until finally he relents. He'll work at the family business. There's a lot of story going in that we kind of go over very quickly, but hopefully you get the fun of the case. The liar smiles. He whispers into his father's ear. He whispers into his mother's ear. Now his father has committed suicide, and his mother is alone and apathetic. I know why you lie. Your parents controlled you. You got your father to murder himself, and you lie because it gives you a sense of control. Well done, interrogator. You've seen through all of my lies, and thus we have defeated our nemesis. And we get an S rank. Okay, last case. Ronnie and Claire. There is a serial killer on the loose. Several young girls have gone missing in the neighboring towns. All of the victims were found strangled and buried in shallow graves. After extensive analysis of CCTV footage, experts have found a car belonging to Ronnie Doe at all crime scenes around the time the girls went missing. Ronnie and his girlfriend and his close girlfriend Claire have been brought in for questioning. So 7 bodies have been found and strangled and buried in this area. So let's get a question, show pictures of victims. A car has been seen at each of the crime scenes around the times the crime would have taken place. The chance of coincidence is very low. So we're just handing that to you saying, yeah, he done did it. But again, this isn't a whodunit. So Ronnie, main suspect in the murders, and his girlfriend. Let's go. Oh, I need to reset this case. Progress left over from the last time I played it. Here we go, nice and fresh. Do you know why you're here? Something about some missing girls? What's your relationship with Claire? She's my sweetheart, now and forever. Did you have anything to do with this? Of course not. Did Claire have anything to do with this? No way, she's completely innocent. Okay. Let's go ahead and get some stuff. Well, we need to nab that evidence again. Let's get these questions. Right, there we go. Okay, did you have anything to do with this? Well, your car was seen at all these locations. Well, that doesn't mean I'm guilty. Okay, well, tell me about yourself then. I'm nobody, just a normal guy. Okay, that doesn't sound true. What do you do for a living? I work in administration. Administration? Yeah, I inherited a couple properties, and I rent one of them out online. It's more work than you think. What do you do for fun? Being with my gal, Claire. Okay, how's your love life? I got my sweetheart, Claire. We fight sometimes, sure, but she's my soulmate. You stay in touch with your family? No, my mom died a few years ago. What about your father? Not much to say. He left when I was young. Used to hit me when he was drunk. Enough about that. Do you drink or do drugs? I'm not an alcoholic, if that's what you mean. Claire and I like to get real drunk sometimes, but that's normal, ain't it? I guess. Do you believe in God? Sure, why not? Okay, so not getting a lot out of him from that. Did we build a good enough profile to do one of these? Does he care what his family thinks? Is he someone who's guilty? Is he a logical guy? He's worried that we're going to find out. Well, we do have a lot of evidence against him. I can't actually remember the best one. Let's go with this one. That's an okay answer. Alright. Before we continue, let's have... wait, can we... Yeah, let's have a little word with Claire. So, do you know why you're here? Has Ronnie done something wrong? Yeah, he has. Oh god, I can't look. Okay, what is your relationship with Johnny? No, we need to... Tell me about yourself. Not much to tell, I just love my Ronnie. What is your relationship with Ronnie? He's the light of my life. Did you have anything to do with this? Of course not, I could never hurt anyone. Did Ronnie have anything to do with this? No, I can account for his innocence. Well, his car was caught on CCTV at all locations. Must be a coincidence. So you were with him the whole time? No, I mean, yeah, I was with him the whole time. Okay, so a little sus. And now we've kind of got her to a point where she's not going to help us out anymore. She doesn't want to give us any information. So, what can we do? Let's jump back to Ronnie here. We can show him pictures of the victims. I don't see the point. And we've also expended all of this. So let's remind him this is a serious case. Slam the desk and say, look, give me some of your DNA. And give me access to your phone. Let's get... need to make a note to remove those little bits of text there. Yeah. Okay, and yeah, so we got some information. Let's have a look. Ronnie's phone reveals messages between him and some other lover. He's not being faithful. The DNA on the victims matches Ronnie. Again, we kind of know he done did it. But now we have something that we can pressure him with. Let's hop in on the alligator. So we can say, did we tell him about this? Well done. Yeah, we did do that. Did we tell him about the assassin? No, the assassin tried to recruit me. The assassin went in and out without a trace, and yet, thanks to some clever questioning and a keen ear for detail, you were able to apprehend them. It was too hard, it was too easy. That's too easy for me. I made the game. You must be familiar with the workings of the Secret Assassins Agency. To be honest, it's a wonder they haven't been caught already. Okay, so we've gained a bit more stuff there. We could say the soldier confessed. He had everything. He was at the top of his game. Highly respected, wealthy and happy. So why did he do it? Perhaps he's a thrill seeker. Perhaps we'll never know. This is a real story. Reality is boring and never 100% clear. So now we've raised his bar enough that we can ask another question. Sure, why not? Ask me anything. What made you become the alligator? I had loving parents and a good upbringing. I wanted for nothing. My parents were busy a lot of the time, but we still spent time together. I'm just fascinated by people. Just like you, I can see people's souls. I want to see their souls dance. Weirdo. Okay. Can you tell him about Captain Empathy? Great. The sooner we can move on from that, the better. Yeah, that's my thoughts. Ronnie and Claire are lovers, so we can tell him about Ronnie and Claire. For now, if you want to get a confession, you'll need to turn them against each other. And that is indeed true, so let's do that. So the alligator's almost finished. We've got this last case. Yeah. What is your relationship with Claire? She's your sweetheart now and forever, but you have another lover. Hey, that's none of your business. Please relax. I am relaxed. Look, did you have anything to do with this? Of course not. Then why was your DNA found all over the victims? Oh, maybe they're all ex-girlfriends of mine. Claire can vouch for me. Let's see. Can Claire vouch for you? Do I need a lawyer? No, you don't need a lawyer. Just relax. Tell me, were you treated okay? It's kind of tough to relax when you're giving me the 3rd degree. Were you treated okay? No, I want to see Ronnie. Ah, well. What's your relationship with Ronnie? He's the light of your life? Did you know he has another lover? Motherfucker! That son of a bitch! I think that's the first swear word in the game. What's your relationship with Ronnie? I need to talk to him. Look, tell the truth about Ronnie. Why should I do that? Otherwise you're guilty too. But I love him. He doesn't love you. I've been in fear for my life. Why in fear? He told me he'd hurt me if I said anything. If you said what? He did it. He killed those girls, but I had nothing to do with it. Why did he do it? He said it makes him feel like a god when he strangles those girls. Why didn't you stop him? And you just let him? You're not even giving me a chance. I'm done answering questions. So you see, I fucked up at my own game. We managed to get something out of her, but the issue is she yeah, you know what? I'm gonna have to reset this case because basically I lost her. There's too much pressure. So what I'm gonna do is reset that. Jump on in, and we already have the yeah. Let's get these bits here, and let's try that again. So we'll just speed run this. We'll say, just get that out of the way. Let's get access to his phone. Let's pretend to be his friend for a little bit. Pretend to be his friend a bit more. I guess we have to let's appeal. Let's try something else. Let's go you're obviously very smart. Yeah, we got a good bit of rapport about that. What can I say? I just understand people. Okay, so now we can push his pressure up a little bit, slam the desk and say this is unbelievable, and get that DNA swab. So now we got our DNA swab and phone messages. Jump on in. And we can make the most of this. Let's pretend to be his friend a bit more. That gets him going. And we can say, what's your relationship with Claire? But you have another lover. Did you have anything to do with this? DNA. Let's keep going with that. And then we can go boom. So we've maximized this pressure by asking him the right questions. And we've gotten a bunch of stuff out of him. And he's pretty much good to go at this point. But let's jump out, talk to Claire, get these out of the way. Relationship with Ronnie, but he has another lover. Get a bit of info from her. Ask her about her love life for sure. Relationship with Ronnie. Did Ronnie have anything to do with this? His car. You see how we're just picking this apart now? And we can get a DNA swab. Juice her up a little bit more. There we go. And do we get anything from that? No information from her phone. No information from her DNA. So she didn't kill them. She doesn't have any evidence on indicating her. And yeah, so what we want to do now is to break her a little bit, make her realize how serious this is. We're going to show pictures of the victims. Oh god, I can't look. And now, this time, before we really push her, I'm going to make an appeal. I'm going to say, I think she's guilty, because she does care about the girls, so we're going to do that. I wasn't involved, it was just him. And then I'm going to say, do you believe in God? There's got to be something, right? You stay in touch with your family? Yeah, sometimes. They don't really approve of Ronnie, so we don't talk much anymore. Okay, and we just want to say relax. Were you treated okay? Okay, now we can push her on this, so we'll do the same thing, and this time we can push her even harder, actually. He doesn't love you. Why in fear? If you said what? He did it. He killed those girls, but I had nothing to do with it. Why did he do it? Why didn't you stop him? I told you. He said he'd hurt me if I didn't go along with it. Please, I can't. I didn't want to hurt anyone. So now we can push her even further, or we could say enough about that. I'm going to say enough about that because I know what I'm doing. So she's on the edge. She's ready to go. She's nice and warm. Let's talk to him. So Claire, we can tell him, turn them against each other. Claire says you're guilty. What's your relationship with Claire? She's my sweetheart now and forever. Well, she says you're guilty. What? No, I don't believe you. She'd never rat me out. She says you threatened her. She what? How could she? Everything points at you, Ronnie. Okay, let's say I killed those girls. You think I could have done it alone? What are you saying? Claire is just as guilty as I am. She'd lure the girls in, pretend to be their friend. Why would she do that? I never threatened her or nothing. She didn't touch the girls, but she was just into it as I was. Ask her. Okay, so apparently she was just as into it as he was. And yet she feels some guilt, so different crimes for different reasons. Okay, so we come into the room, we say, hey, can we get you anything? Because I'm about to drop a bombshell on you. Ronnie says you're guilty. I promise, I only helped him because I was scared for my life. He threatened me. Is it true he threatened you? Yeah. Okay. So we have them done now. We have them all cooked up and ready to go. So let's get a confession. Claire did this. You did this. I didn't do it alone. Did he do it because he was abused or so he could feel in charge? Well, Claire told us he did it so he could feel in charge. I'm going to believe what Claire says over what he says. And so you're guilty. Okay, but just tell Claire that I love her. Despite everything, she's still my soulmate. And we get our score. And you know what, we can walk away from that interrogation and never look at it again, but we do have to get a confession out of both of them. I'd like to anyway. You were involved. Did she murder the girls as well, or did she lure them in? She lured them in. You're guilty. Okay, I helped him. I wanted his approval. Nobody ever really loved me like he did, and he made me feel valued for the first time in my life. But it was all just a lie. So yeah, he was manipulating her. Like she did it not out of fear, but out of love for him. So yeah, interesting. And that completes all the cases. So we can jump in now and tell the alligator all about Ronnie and Claire. Well done. That's the last case. Solve them all, talk to me, and we'll do something fun. Okay, yeah, he's looking excited. One more question. Okay, time to wrap this up. After this question, it's time to confess. Okay, why did you kill those people? Because I wanted to see their souls through their eyes as they desperately breathed their final breath. That's it? Okay, now his eyes have gone blank. Yeah, it's time to confess. His pressure is maximum. I've already told you everything. Are you not satisfied? You know I did it. You know why I did it. And I confess to everything. You are the master interrogator, and you got me to tell you everything. I guess. But you wanted more than that, didn't you? You wanted some kind of ending, don't you? You want some kind of closure, to feel like you've completed the game. Game? What if I told you that in a few seconds you're going to start babbling like a madman, and not only that, but unless you're some kind of psychopath, you're going to love it? I'd say you're a madman. Opobana. I'm not going to do this. You can play the game if you want to see this bit. But yeah, it works. It works as intended. So I'm going to end this here. I hope you've enjoyed watching this series, this game. That's pretty much the whole game. Yeah, I hope you had fun. Bye-bye.